Thanks for watching the Council in Brief. I'm Susan Kennedy. We're here with the news of the Montgomery County Council for this last week in February. 6 longtime Montgomery County residents whose activism on civil rights played key roles in the civil rights movement here spoke to the County Council about history as they lived it. The presentation was part of the Council's regular meeting this week, where time was set aside from regular business to recognize Black History Month.
My commitment, and I think all elected officials in this county, certainly including County Executive Leggett, are deeply committed to addressing the disparities that remain in education, healthcare, public safety, especially incarceration, housing, and in other policy areas. We are a wonderful, diverse county, and we attract people from throughout the world, and we have many, many different people from many, many different backgrounds. In fact, there is no demographic group in Montgomery County today that constitutes a majority of our population. But the African American population is our first minority group, and I think we continue to have a special obligation as policymakers to address the disparities.
Also this week, the county's Planning, Housing, and Economic Development Committee spent time in work sessions on 2 bills and an amendment to improve the county's development review process. And as council members tell us, these measures are also designed to help boost economic development here in the county. It's no secret getting through the development review process here in Montgomery County can be tricky. But members of the Council's Planning, Housing, and Economic Development Committee are working on several proposals to streamline that process in the hopes of saving applicants time and money.
So what we want to do is really address fundamentally the whole development process and make it efficient, without compromising the voice of our residents, but looking at the government processes and how well those are being managed.
One of the proposed bills would improve the speed and process of approving record plats, and the other measure stems from recommendations from the county's Department of Permitting Services and the Planning Department that also involve changes to the record plat review process. Though technical in nature, council members say these bills will streamline the process, eliminate duplication, and make Montgomery County an easier place to do business.
And also to make the rules clearer. Whichever side of a matter you're on, it's often a mystery.
The hope is, we will begin to kind of improve our image in terms of, people who want to do good development know that they can get the job done here in Montgomery County. And then when we create these master plans, that call for our community to be built this way or that way, in order to make this a better place to live, we actually are relying on the private sector most of the time to bring that to reality.
The Fed Committee has also given the nod to the creation of an ombudsman position to work as a facilitator for commercial and residential projects.
It's going to require a lot of coordination between agencies and a certain amount of collaboration that we're not used to. And frankly, this has been an issue that we've seen needed to be addressed over the years.
What it's going to be is a person inside the county government for really, really big, important projects, to kind of help shepherd them through.
And finally, on March 7th, Councilmember Roger Berliner will host a forum to address future school and transportation planning. The meeting is open to the public and will be held from 8:30 a.m. until 4 p.m. at Bethesda Chevy Chase High School. Mr. Berliner told us he called for the meeting because he believes the county is at a critical point to discuss the county's needs as it continues to grow and urbanize.
I've met with our PTA community many times, and they say to me, Councilmember Berliner, what we don't understand is when there's proposed new development is our school system, our planners, our county, and our council all working together to figure out whether we have the infrastructure necessary to accommodate any new growth. So the basic notion was let's bring everybody together and have an honest dialogue, hopefully a constructive dialogue on what we do today and maybe how we could do it better.
Again, that forum will be held Saturday, March 7th from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Bethesda Chevy Chase High School. To register for the event, go to montgomerycountymd.gov/Berliner. Well, that does it for this edition of the Council in Brief. For County Cable Montgomery, I'm Susan Kennedy. Thanks for watching.